Hello everybody. What we are looking at today is what we call like terms. Okay, so by the end of this session, we will be able to simplify an expression, all right, by combining like terms. And we're going to be looking at, in particular, adding and subtracting like terms today. So just to start off with, a like term, remember if things are alike, they are basically very, very similar. They are almost the same. All right, so with a like term, we say that they contain exactly the same pronumerals. Okay, so remember pronumerals are letters with the same powers. Okay, so the pronumerals are exactly the same, but they don't need to be in the same order. Okay, so here I've got AB and I've got a BA. This 4AB contains an A and it contains a B. This 7BA contains a B and it contains an A, even though they're written in a different order, because they both still have an A and they both still have a B, we say that they are like terms. Okay, and what we can do is we can add or subtract like terms to simplify an expression. So I have got here 3xy plus 5xy. Okay, so this has an xy in it, this has an xy in it. And the way that I like to remember it is I will make this into an apple. So I've got 3 apples. This is an xy. Xy represents an apple. 3xy plus 5xy, or 3 apples plus 5 apples, is going to give me 8 apples, which is xy. Okay, so you want to see each of these parts as being alike. So you're just then working with the numbers. The sign in front of the term is going to stay with the term. So the sign in front of the term, okay, whatever the symbol is going to matter. And what I like to do when I've got a question, so say this question here, 3x plus 7y, take away 2x plus 3y plus x, take away 4y, is I like to separate my like terms. So I can see that some of them have x's in them, whereas some of them have y's in them. So what I do is in one color, I circle all of the ones that have x's, and in another color, I circle the ones that have y's in them. If there was another letter, I would circle that in a different color. And then I can start to combine them. So now I'm going to look at my greens first. I'm going to look at my x's first. So I've got 3x, take away 2x, plus, remember, x on its own is going to be 1x. So I've got 3, take away 2, which is 1, 1 plus 1, which is 2. So I've got 2 x's in total when I've added or subtracted them. And if we look at our y's now, I've got a 7y plus 3y, take away 4y. So 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 take away 4 is 6. So I've got 6y. I'm going to go through some examples with you. All right, but first we're going to look at classifying whether we think these are like terms or not. So I have got here a 6a and a 2a. They both contain the same pronumeral, which means they must be a like term. Over here, I've got a AB, 7AB, and I've got a negative 10BA. Yes, they both have the same letters, all right, the same pronumerals, A, B, and BA. Just because they're in a different order doesn't matter, remember? They're in a different order, they're still like terms. This one over here, I've got AB squared and A squared B. Yes, they have the same letters, but if we were to expand this, all right, if we were to write this in its bigger version, this would be 3a, b squared is b times b. So I'd technically be writing b twice, okay? And this one here is 7, a squared is aa, and then b. Are they the same now? No, they are not. So they are not like terms, okay? So if they were like terms, the squared would have to be on the same letter for each of them. Okay, so even though they contain the same letters, that does not mean that they are like terms, because they do not contain the same amount of each letter or each pronumeral. All right, we're going to go through some examples of simplifying what we had over here. So I can have the expression 7t plus 2t take away 3t. All right, I can see here that they are all like terms. I've got a 7t, I've got a plus 2t, and I'm taking away a 3t. We have just got the letter t involved. Okay, and because they are all the same, I can add or subtract as they are. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 take away 3 is 6. So this over here is going to equal 6t. All right, moving on to something that's a little bit more tricky than that. So 4x plus 3y plus 2x plus 7y. All right, in this one, you can see that I've got a mixture of x's and y's. So the first thing we're going to do is highlight what I have. So I'm going to highlight my x's in purple. So I've got a 4x and I've got a 2x. And I'm going to add that up first. So 4x plus 2x equals 6x. All right, and then I'm going to look at my other part. My other part is my y's. I've got a 3y and I've got a 7y. So 3y plus 7y is going to be 10y plus 10y, and that is my answer there. All right, let's have a go at doing another one. Here I'm going to give you 7ac plus 3b, take away 2ca, plus 4b, take away 5b. All right, let's have a look at what we've got over here. Okay, I'm going to start off here, 7ac. All right, I'm going to see if there's any more ACs involved. Oop, that's a B. Oop, CA. Remember, CA is the same as AC. So that is a like term. Oop, that's a B. Oop, that's a B. All right. So let's do the first part. 7AC, take away 2AC. Or 7 apples, take away 2 apples. If you realize that the like term is the same, to try to help you. 7 of them, take away 2 of them, is 5 of them. And then I've got what's left. I've got a B, a B, a B, so I'm going to circle them in the same color. 3B, 4B, 5B. So there are 3 parts to my question. 3 plus 4, which is 7. 7 take away 5, which is 2. So I'm left with 2B over there as well. Alrighty, so just making sure that you circle them as you go to help you. Once you get used to this process, you won't need to do that anymore. You'll be able to straight away see what the letters are and whether or not they are like terms or not. But this is a way to help you distinguish between them. Alright, see you later.